When awakening feels lonely, understanding the quiet phase, there's a phase of awakening that almost no one talks about. It's not dramatic, it's not mystical, and it's not even obviously spiritual, and it's quiet. It's the moment when life looks the same on the outside, but inside, something feels different. Conversations don't land the same. Old interests feel less engaging. You notice more, but feel less understood. And sometimes, if you're honest, it feels lonely. Today, we're talking about why loneliness can appear after awakening, and why this phase is not a mistake, not a regression, and not something you need to escape. Welcome back to the I Am experience, where awakening becomes human, grounded, and real. In this episode of Living as the I Am, we're exploring the quiet space that can open when awareness deepens, but life hasn't fully reorganized yet. This is the phase many people misunderstand. But once you see what's happening, the loneliness begins to soften. Awakening changes your internal world first. Your perception shifts. Your nervous system begins regulating differently. Your interests evolve. Your reactions soften. But the external world, at least at first, often stays the same. This creates what we might call a transitional gap. You're no longer fully identified with the old way of being, but the new way hasn't fully stabilized yet. And in that in-between space, loneliness can appear, not because you're disconnected from life, but because your inner world is reorganizing faster than your outer world. This is important to understand clearly. Loneliness after awakening does not mean you're becoming antisocial, you're doing something wrong, you've outgrown everyone, or that you need to withdraw from life. Often, it simply means your nervous system is no longer getting stimulation from the same dynamics it once did. Old conversations that ran on drama, urgency, comparison, or distraction may feel less engaging now. Not because others are wrong, but because your system is changing. There is a natural phase in deep growth that feels like less noise, less urgency, less emotional chaos. But the mind often misinterprets this quiet as something is missing. In reality, something is settling. Your system is moving from reactivity to regulation, noise to clarity, urgency to presence. But because you were used to higher stimulation, the calm can initially feel like emptiness. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of awakening. As awareness deepens, you begin noticing things more quickly. Subtle tension in conversations, emotional patterns in real time, the way people shift depending on the room, the small ways we all learn to adapt to belong. And something else often happens here that many people hesitate to admit. Small talk can start to feel irritating, not because you've become cold, not because you've lost patience as a person, but because your nervous system is no longer getting the same stimulation from surface level interaction. Where there used to be automatic engagement, there is now awareness. Where there used to be unconscious participation, there is now observation. You may find yourself in conversations thinking, I can see the pattern, I can feel the tension underneath this. There's more happening here than what's being said. You begin noticing the subtle masks people wear. The polite persona, the humor used to deflect discomfort, the over-talking that covers anxiety, the emotional distance that protects vulnerability. And if you are very honest in this phase, there may even be moments where you feel restless, disconnected, quietly saddened, or even a brief sense of pity, not from cruelty, from clarity. But this is also a very important moment in awakening, because if awareness stops here, it can quietly harden into separation. And this is where humility must enter the picture. Because if you pause and look carefully, you will remember something essential. You once wore those masks too. You once filled silence to avoid discomfort, performed to be accepted, distracted to avoid feeling, adapted your personality to match the room, avoided depth when it didn't feel safe. Not because you were doing anything wrong, but because your nervous system was doing exactly what it learned to do to survive and belong. And when this realization lands fully, something softens. What first felt like irritation begins to transform into understanding. You begin to see most masks are not deception. They are protection. They are intelligent adaptations formed in moments when being fully open did not yet feel safe. And from this place, awareness matures. Instead of, why are they like this? It becomes, of course the system learned this. This shift is everything. Because now you can see clearly without closing your heart. You can notice patterns without needing to correct them. You can participate in simple conversations without feeling internally superior or externally withdrawn. This is where awakening becomes compassion in motion. Here is where balance becomes essential. When loneliness or irritation appears, some people begin to withdraw too far. They isolate, they emotionally shut down, they stop engaging, they quietly disconnect. But awakening is not meant to remove you from life. It is meant to help you participate more consciously. If you notice yourself pulling too far back, this is an invitation to stay gently engaged, not to disappear. Presence grows through relationship too. There are simple ways to maintain connection during this phase. Stay grounded in everyday life. Keep participating in shared activities. Communicate your evolving interest naturally. Stay curious about others' experiences. Avoid turning every interaction into analysis. You don't need to explain your entire inner journey. Often it's enough to say things like, I've been focusing more on slowing down lately. I've been getting into meditation. It's been helpful. I'm working on being more present these days. Connection doesn't require identical awareness levels. It requires presence, warmth, and curiosity. There is also an important distinction to understand. Loneliness says, I am cut off. Solitude says, I am with myself. In this phase, many people are actually experiencing an increased capacity for solitude, but interpreting it through the old lens of loneliness. As your relationship with yourself strengthens, quiet time begins to feel nourishing instead of empty. This shift happens gradually. If things feel quieter right now, you are not losing connection. You are recalibrating. If small talk feels different, you are not becoming distant. Your nervous system is adjusting to deeper forms of engagement. If some interactions feel unfamiliar, you are not doing anything wrong. You are becoming more aware. This phase passes more gently when you don't resist it. Awakening doesn't remove you from the world. It teaches you how to be fully present within it without losing yourself in the noise. The quiet phase is not emptiness, it is integration. If this resonated, comment below. I trust the process. And if you're ready to continue living as the I am, with clarity, balance, and grounded connection, subscribe and join me in the next experience. Remember, you are not alone in this phase. You are not falling behind. You are not disconnecting from life. You are reorganizing into presence. You are stabilizing into awareness. You are the I am.